back in 2018. This video pushed deepfakes into the stratosphere.
In which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
A couple of seconds later, the screen splits into two, and you can see the Hollywood actor and director, Jordan Peele, was actually the one speaking. At this point in time, the quality and fidelity of the deepfakes that were coming out were not that alarming, since there were obvious signs that the footage we are seeing has been edited in some way. But what about now? Do you know what's real and what's fake? This type of media, often indistinguishable from reality, can deceive individuals, manipulate public opinion, and undermine the reliability of digital content. So what are deepfakes actually? And how are they made? Deepfakes are ultra-realistic videos created through digital manipulation, merging deep learning and fake to depict individuals engaging in events that never occurred. Utilizing neural networks, deepfakes analyze vast data sets to mimic facial expressions, mannerisms, and voice inflections of a target individual. The process involves training algorithms with footage of two individuals to seamlessly swap faces, employing facial mapping technology and artificial intelligence to replace one person's face with another's in a video. According to OWASP, deepfakes primarily rely on autoencoders. An autoencoder is a unique neural network tasked with replicating its input as output. For instance, when provided with an image of a handwritten digit, it initially compresses the image into a lower dimensional latent representation before reconstructing the original image from this representation. The objective is for this encoder to generate consistent representations for facial attributes such as a head angle or eyebrow position, regardless of whether it receives a photo of Mark Zuckerberg or Mr. Data. Consequently, once a face is compressed using the encoder, it can be reconstructed using either decoder interchangeably. Generative Adversarial Networks, or GANs, represents one of the most captivating concepts in contemporary computer science. In this framework, two models are trained concurrently through an adversarial process. The generator, akin to an artist, aims to produce images that closely resemble real ones, while the discriminator, similar to the art critic, has to distinguish between real images and generated ones. Throughout the training process, the generator continuously improves its ability to generate images that appear authentic, while the discriminator enhances its capability to differentiate between real and generated images. This iterative refinement continues until both models reach a state of equilibrium, wherein the discriminator becomes unable to discern real images from the fake ones. Now that we've looked at how this type of technology works, let's look at some of the real-life implications. Movies have begun to use deepfake technology in various ways, mainly for visual effects and digital manipulation of actors' appearances. One of the earliest examples of deepfake-like technology being used in film can be traced back to the 1990s with the film Forrest Gump. In this movie, the character Forrest Gump, played by Tom Hanks, was inserted into historical footage, interacting with real-world figures such as President John F. Kennedy and John Lennon. While not as sophisticated as modern deepfake technology, this pioneering use laid the groundwork for future advancements in digitally altering footage. In recent years, with the advancement of AI and deep learning algorithms, deepfake technology has become more accessible and powerful. Filmmakers now have the ability to manipulate actors' appearances more convincingly, opening up new creative possibilities in storytelling. For example, in the film Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, deepfake technology was used to digitally recreate the late actor Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin, seamlessly integrating him into the narrative. This goes hand in hand with de-aging technology. Notable examples include The Irishman and Captain Marvel, where actors like Robert De Niro and Samuel L. Jackson were digitally de-aged to portray younger versions of their characters. While not technically deepfakes, these techniques share similarities in digitally altering characters' appearances to enhance storytelling. This is why public figures find themselves at the epicenter of deepfake technology, due to the wealth of data and footage available of their faces, making them prime targets for impersonation and manipulation. Public figures are increasingly vulnerable to harassment and exploitation through deepfake technology, as their likeness can be manipulated and used in deceptive and malicious ways. These manipulated videos or images can be used to spread false information, damage reputation, or even incite harassment or threats against the individuals depicted. From political leaders to celebrities, public figures face the unsettling reality of having their identities distorted and weaponized in the digital realm. The actress Gal Gadot, fell victim to deepfake technology when a video surfaced online portraying her engaging in explicit activities. The video was fabricated using artificial intelligence, causing significant distress for Godot as it spread across social media platforms. Deepfake videos of the Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, emerged in 2019, depicting her slurring her speech and appearing intoxicated. These videos were shared widely on social media, aiming to discredit Pelosi and undermine her credibility. In 2019, a deepfake video of Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg circulated on Instagram, showing him delivering a fabricated speech about controlling people's data. While the video was intended as a demonstration of the potential dangers of deepfake technology, it nevertheless highlighted the risk of using such technology to manipulate public perception of influential figures. The blurred line between reality and fiction is increasingly evident in today's digital landscape, where discerning what's real and what's not has become a daunting challenge. One striking example is the infamous clip involving the Ukraine president, which was speculated to be created by Russian actors. This is an example of the weaponization of digital disinformation to influence public opinion and create discord within and between nations. In this instance, the fabricated clip aimed to undermine trust in the Ukraine government and fuel tensions between Ukraine and Russia. This incident stresses the broader phenomenon of state-sponsored disinformation campaigns, leveraging deepfake technology as a tool for political manipulation and hybrid warfare. Another dystopian example is how in 2018, China's state-run news agency, Xinhua, introduced an AI-generated virtual news anchor. This digital anchor, named Jin Zhaomin, was created using deepfake technology and was designed to deliver news reports in a lifelike manner. While Jin Zhaomin was clearly labelled as AI-generated entity, its existence raised concerns about the potential for deepfake technology to blur the distinction between human reporters and computer-generated avatars in news media. Deepfake has also given rise to a myriad of scams, exploiting its ability to manipulate audio and video content to deceive individuals and organizations. Some notable types of scams involving deepfakes include financial fraud. In a recent incident reported by Hong Kong police, a finance worker of a multinational firm fell victim to a sophisticated deepfake scam. The scam involved the use of deepfake technology to create fake video conference participants, posing as company staff, including the chief financial officer. Despite initial suspicions about a phishing email, the worker was convinced during the video call, as the deepfake participants closely resembled colleagues. The fraud was only discovered after the employee consulted with the corporation's head office. Blackmail and extortion. The FBI has issued a warning regarding an alarming surge in extortion schemes involving deepfake nudes created using AI editing tools. Perpetrators of these schemes scour social media for innocent images of victims, which they manipulate into realistic and sexually explicit content. Victims are then targeted with these fake images for sextortion or harassment, often leading to significant challenges in preventing the spread of the manipulated content online. Blackmailers typically demand additional illicit content or financial payments from victims, exploiting desires for more explicit material or using intimidation tactics. The widespread accessibility of tools and sites for creating deepfake nudes makes the issue worse, as individuals find it increasingly difficult to protect themselves from such malicious activities. Identity theft. According to SumSub's third annual identity fraud report, published in November 2023, threat actors are increasingly utilizing deepfake technology, with incidents rising tenfold compared to the previous year. Which leads us to now, where the public questions everything that they see. The recent announcement by the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, regarding her battle with cancer has ignited a flurry of skepticism and conspiracy theories across social media platforms. Despite Middleton's public disclosure, doubts have surfaced regarding the authenticity of the accompanying video, with some online users suggesting it may be AI-generated deepfake. Concerns were raised about the apparent stillness in the background, prompting questions about the video's credibility. In line with these suspicions, certain users shared altered versions of the video, alleging digital manipulation. As one user pondered, "Is it real or AI-generated? Watch the background," while another remarked, "Kate Gate has me intrigued. Now Kate announces she is battling cancer. It's alleged this is an AI video." These reactions underscore a broader trend of increasing skepticism towards online content, driven by the prevalence of misinformation and the widespread use of deepfake technology. This phenomenon highlights the erosion of trust in digital media and the growing difficulty in discerning truth. Despite Middleton's genuine disclosure, the pervasive influence of manipulated content has instilled a sense of doubt and skepticism among the public. So what's the answer for all of this? Laws and regulations aimed at detecting and regulating deepfake technology and synthetic media have emerged in response to growing concerns about the potential for misinformation, manipulation, and privacy breaches in the digital age. These legislative efforts represent a multifaceted approach to addressing the complex challenges posed by deepfakes, which have the capacity to deceive and manipulate individuals, disrupt public discourse, and destroy trust in online content. In the United States, the proposed Deepfake Accountability Act seeks to hold creators accountable for the dissemination of deceptive audio or visual media by requiring them to disclose the use of deepfake technology and imposing penalties for malicious use. Similarly, California's AB 602 targets the political arena by mandating the disclosure of deepfake technology in campaign materials to prevent electoral manipulation. On the international front, the European Union is taking steps to regulate artificial intelligence, including provisions specifically addressing the risk associated with deepfake technology. The Digital Services Act, proposed by the EU, aims to enhance the transparency and accountability on online platforms, addressing issues such as disinformation and content moderation practices. The Honest Ads Act in the United States focuses on increasing transparency in online political advertising, particularly concerning the use of deepfake technology, by requiring digital platforms to disclose information about political ads and their use of deepfake technology. This legislation aims to safeguard the integrity of democratic processes. Major players in the digital sphere, such as X, Facebook, and YouTube, have recognized the urgency of addressing these challenges and have implemented various measures to combat the spread of false information and fraudulent content. Regulations from these platforms have been pivotal in mitigating the impact of deepfake technology and misinformation. These regulations encompass a range of strategies, including content moderation policies, fact-checking initiatives, and the deployment of AI-driven detection tools. For instance, X has implemented stringent policies to identify and remove misleading content, while Facebook has partnered with fact-checking organizations to verify the accuracy of news shared on its platform. Of all these major players, YouTube has been making the biggest changes to their platform, requiring creators to disclose when using AI-generated content. This initiative aims to strengthen transparency with viewers and build trust between creators and their audience. Examples of content requiring disclosure include digitally altering a person's likeness, altering footage of real events or places, and generating realistic scenes depicting fictional major events. However, disclosure is not required for clearly unrealistic content or when generative AI is used for productivity purposes. YouTube will display labels on videos to indicate whether synthetic media has been used, with more prominent labels for sensitive topics like health or news. Enforcement measures may be considered for creators who consistently fail to disclose this information. YouTube is also collaborating with industry partners to increase transparency around digital content and is working on an updated privacy process for requesting the removal of AI-generated or other synthetic or altered content. For more insightful cybersecurity content just like this, subscribe to Gridware Cybersecurity, and check the links in the description for access to our website, LinkedIn, and other social media platforms. We'll see you next time.